Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 142 in the book of Genesis. Today is about Cam Jansen. Cam Jansen remembers God, or Cam Jansen clicks on God. For those of you who don't know who Cam Jansen is, Cam is her first name. It's short for camera, and it's a delightful early reader book series where this young girl, I don't know, she's maybe 12 years old or something. She has some mystery in her life, and she uses her photographic memory early in the book to affect and to remember what to figure things out and to change things later in the book. So she puts her memories to work and uses the memories in this photographic past to understand the present. So she brings to bear these memories into the future. And like her, we're going to remember three things today. Number one, remember one thing that God has said. Number two, remember something God has done. And then number three is to remember to put these memories to work like Cam Jansen does. This is from Genesis chapter 35. Amazing thing happens here in the first verse. God said to Jacob. So it doesn't say whether it's in a vision or an appearance or whatever, but the point is God said, and then there's quotes. So he makes a memory of what God specifically and accurately says. This is Genesis chapter 35. God said to Jacob. So like Cam Jansen, click. She would blink her eyes and remember. So God said to Jacob, click. Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there. Make an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau. Click. So God says, remember my appearing. So Jacob said to his household and all that were with him, put away foreign gods that were among you and purify yourselves and change your garments. And let us arise and go up to Bethel so that I may make there an altar to the God, click, who answers me in the day of my distress and has been with me wherever I have gone. So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods that they had and the rings that were in their ears. Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree that was near Shechem. So this is a mic drop moment for mankind on the earth, where we have God somehow coming down and saying something. It doesn't specifically say hi or say how, but it's not the first time. So it's verbal and it's quotable, and literally it's quoted in the scriptures here today. Therefore, instructive for us. So he gets this quotable line from God himself. And I was thinking about that. It's like, oh man, I really wish I had a quotable line from God. Well, we have hundreds. We have thousands. And what I'm going to challenge us to do today is just let's remember one. Let's remember one that might be bubbling up in us to think about or to memorize. Second thing is God tells Jacob to make a home in Bethel. Now Bethel means house of God, and he's saying make a home in the house of God, which is kind of cool. Make this previous place, so he's been there before and God has spoken to him there before, make this previous place special again. And then the big thing he says is in this making the scrapbook of God, make a memory here. Remember something he said. Remember something that he has done. Remember how God has interacted with you in the past, maybe when you were in trouble, like he does here. His trouble was when his brother was going to chase him and wanted to murder him. Remember the God who answers me in the day of my distress. That's when Esau was chasing him. Remember what God has done, what he has been with me wherever I have gone. And then the push point here is he says, now make a change. Impurity is going along with you in this caravan that you're doing. You've got false gods, false foreign gods, fake gods, physical idols, and objects of trust and faith that stain you, even from the people around you. So maybe there's an aspect of your life that you need to purify. So use the current word of God, the current presence of God. Use the past memories of God to affect the now. All right, so let's talk about the take-homes. So number one, remember one thing that he has said. So let's put ourselves before God and use the verbal, quotable, sometimes admonishing word that we have. You know, Jacob here didn't have the Bible. We've got pages. We got 1,000 pages of it. So let's talk about the Bible and two kinds of people. First of all, I love that you are here. So many of you who are regular watchers and listeners of this love the Bible and have this faithful daily consideration of what it says. You guys are an inspiration to me, and I love it that you are so committed that you will slog through it. In fact, like the last 3 lessons on the rape of Dinah, parts that are challenging to understand, but you're so committed to the Word. The second kind of person that may be listening to this podcast is people that don't love the Bible and are just checking it out and saying, what is this crazy thing? And I love that you're here today. Okay, so remember one thing that God has said. Usually that's going to be through his word. Then secondly here he says, remember something that I've done for you. Remember just one thing. Maybe it's a conviction of sin that you've had. That's something. Or a conviction of your lostness. Maybe God showing you his creation or beauty, and the way God can extend common graces to you that maybe haven't been appreciated in your life. Maybe your life itself, or the rain, or the gift of marriage, or maybe it's a merciful answering of prayer. Maybe he's been with you in some furnace of situation. Maybe he's helped you in temptation, helped rescue you from some temptation. So the idea, like Cam Jansen, is remembering what he's done in the past, clicking on it in the past, and then bringing into the future to inform our future, or to re-inform. Oh yeah, I remember our future. So let's remember to put it in. The third thing is remember to put this stuff to work. So we're not remembering just to practice memory. We're remembering to affect something. Remember to put it into good effect. So maybe it would be with the application onto our idols, or our tongue, or our eyes, or our zipper, or a wallet, or the way we give. So perhaps this is the day of your distress and you are asking God for an answer. So let's be like Cam Jansen and click, stop, pause, make a memory of what God has said. Click, make a memory of what God has done, and then bring it into the future to help solve our problems and put it to work in the now. So let's be like Cam Jansen. Thank you for listening.